Have any of you guys traveled to your family's country of origin? And if you have, what was it like? Uh, just like describe the experience for us.
Well, I haven't been able to go to my mom's country of origin because right
Which
now,
is
which is Zimbabwe, because right now it's ruled by a mad dictator named Mugabe, and who's really thrown the country into turmoil. And my grandma was exiled from there for she was a political dissident. It's a dictatorship there. Um, I have been to Britain though, and France, and mostly Britain though, my dad's side. Britain was pretty good. A bunch of my family there lives now in exile.
No, I have not traveled to Cuba. I'm not allowed to go because the president says we're not allowed to, but maybe Barack Obama will change that a little bit for me. For me, I'm not allowed to go because I don't have a relative that's direct to me, like my grandparents. I have to have a specific grandparent, like my abuela, which is grandma, or abuelo, which is grandpa, that has to be there, which they're here in the United States, so I can't go. I have nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles, but since I can't go and I wasn't naturally born there, I'm not allowed.
On my mom's side of the family, they're from Germany, and on my dad's side, it's mostly Germany and England. I have not been to Germany or England, unfortunately, but my grandma tries to make some old German food, and we make some cookies from Germany every once in a while. I can't remember the names right now. And we try to bring in the culture from the old German part of the family and try to keep that within the next generations of grandchildren.
are there other things you would like to know about those countries?
I'd really love to go and visit and try like real German food from Germany and see the history. My mom can trace our family from the 1700s coming to England, or coming from England to America. So I want to know like what was going on in England and find out stuff like that, because it's really interesting about my family's past in America.
What kind of stereotypes have you heard about your own race, and how would you overcome them, and how do they make you feel?
Well, a lot of times people think that Indians are just focused on studying, or that they don't I don't know, that they don't do sports or something, kind of like the nerds. But I don't think that's true because, I mean, yes, I do study and I try to get good grades, but I also play tennis, I play a sport. I love music, I play the violin. There's like so much more. People don't really people should learn to get to know the person before they think oh, he just studies all the time, you know? And I don't really like it. I think that it can give people the wrong idea about others sometimes.
The wrong impression.
Wrong impression, yeah.
What about you, Kamal?
Well, kind of going off of that, I kind of think that pretty much when Asians, or especially Indians, grow up, they're kind of seen as working either as a doctor, that's one stereotype, or IT, information technology worker, or even sometimes gas stations and motels. And I mean, although this stereotype, there are some people who are Indian who are doctors and work at gas stations. It's really just, it's kind of different. It just really depends on who they are more than just their race. It's kind of like a coincidence almost. And then also it has a lot to do with the parents who might be doctors themselves already, and that could just lead to it continuing on. But pretty much there's more openness for us to decide. We don't have to be those things, and I guess just by studying hard doesn't mean that we're going to become doctors.
And I think the media doesn't help it either, because you always see, if you see an Indian, you always see them working in a gas station, or you see them working as a doctor, so.
Well, I know I've heard that African Americans are always considered to be great at basketball, or just love to play basketball, and they all run real fast, things like that, and they all love rap. And personally, I've grown up playing basketball and football and sports such as those, but then I've also played, currently I'm on the tennis team, And in terms of music, I listen to all kinds of music, not just rap. I play the violin. I listen to classical music. There are many things that I love to do.
The stereotypes that I face are whenever I meet someone or someone new, they're either Caucasian, Asian, African American, they always assume I'm from Mexico. They're like, "Are you Mexican?" No, that's not me, I'm Cuban. And it's kind of hard to face that because I don't think they know a lot about different cultures.
I kind of feel like that girls can't do a lot of math and science. In my engineering class, there's only 2 girls in my class, and it feels like sometimes we can't do something without another guy's help. And it's also kind of funny that all the Indians and the Asians in our class are always the first ones to get asked a question if something challenging comes up. So I think there's a stereotype amongst the Asians and the Indians about being extremely smart all the time, and then girls who can't just do math and science. When I want to be an engineer when I grow up, and I know plenty of women who are great at being doctors or scientists or engineers. So yeah.
Well, I'm mixed race. I'm half white, half black. And the stereotypes that I face come from practically both sides. People expect me to also be good at basketball and football. I'm pretty good at football, but basketball I just can't do. At tennis, I play tennis a lot, and as for music, I listen to everything. Ambient, world, new age, rock, you name it, I got it. It's also kind of weird because like when I'm in schools, like I don't really belong to either group. Like people expect black people to hang out and then white people to hang out. I really don't I really don't belong to either group. I just hang out with both.
I mean, it's better that way.
It's just important to hang out with people that you enjoy, I guess, spending time with.
Yeah, I don't base my friends on like what race they're. I mean, I guess it is kind of a coincidence that I have friends who are Indian and Asian, but I mean, I have black friends and white friends, and you know, it just, I mean, I just base it on who they are.
What can we do in our schools to promote racial harmony and acceptance and respect for the races?
We should have the school should talk about like other countries' holidays and other religions' holidays, because right now we talk about Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. I remember learning about those in elementary school, but we never learned anything about Muslim holidays or Hindu holidays. You know, there are other religions out there, and I think it's important that we talk about them, because like with technology growing, people are getting connected with other parts of the world, and so I think it's important that we know about them, and I think it'll be important to be successful in the future.
Do we just like talk about them, or are there any other things to do?
I mean, I think that we should probably, so by talking about it, that would spread awareness, kind of. So like, there should be some kind of thing where the school, if they could make a budget for like on certain holidays for different religions, kind of do something that would be, I guess, typical or of that holiday, so that kids can like start learning about other cultures. Because right now the schools have kind of taken like almost a no religion kind of thing, because they don't want to offend anybody. But I mean, they should really try and make it more aware, so that people don't have to be confused or wonder what other people do during their holidays.
Yeah, I think schools should put on once a year a big cultural day. Well, they have people coming in from different countries or have heritage from different nationalities around the world, bring in different food, show different activities that they do, show their backgrounds of their countries, and just spread it to everybody. And that's the way how we could learn it and be really interested in what's going on and actually get hands-on experience about different people around the world.
We could do like a cultural club just to see, like, examine all the different cultures there are. Because there are like hundreds of them, and you really can't get to them all, and just like in the normal school day, of course. So like having a club for them would be very beneficial.